California is intended to cut back on racial profiling, and the cops aren't happy about it. The new law is called the Racial and Identity Profiling Act of 2015, and it requires departments to log data for each stop of a citizen, including the time, date, location, and reason, as well as the perceived race or ethnicity, gender, and approximate age of the person stopped, and whether the officer took any actions or searched the person. The data will also be made public in addition to being made available to various government agencies. And so when we talk about racial profiling and other profiling, there's many sorts of profiling that this is intended to possibly work against. Because if you have to log all of these different characteristics, it will be something that you are keeping in your mind. And perhaps police officers who have no conscious desire to discriminate or pull over the same sort of people on a regular basis will now start to see patterns and can possibly work against it. Now, why is profiling a bad thing? Why does it need to be worked against? This should go without saying, but we also have Shirley Weber, a sponsor of the bill, who says, racial or identity profiling alienates people from law enforcement, hinders community policing efforts, and causes law enforcement to lose credibility and trust among the people whom law enforcement is sworn to protect and serve. And that seems pretty clear to me. But as I said in the intro, this is not necessarily a popular bill with everyone. Many cops not happy with the added cost and inconvenience of having to do this sort of reporting and logging of all of these different characteristics. We have Lieutenant Steve James of the Long Beach Police Officers Association who says, there is no racial profiling, there just isn't. There's criminal profiling that exists. Well, look, none of us are against criminal profiling. We're against people who are not criminals, who are continually pulled over because they fit certain demographics that are considered to be likely criminals. That's what we're trying to fight against. And we have on the other side advocates who are saying that the cops shouldn't be worried. They should actually sort of look on the bright side with this. Advocates and criminal justice experts say that despite the police union's opposition, the data could actually benefit cops. Without data, a police department's claim of non-discrimination doesn't hold much water, and neither does the public's claim of profiling. Because as the cop says, if there is no profiling going on, then this reporting is going to show that. After 6 months or after a year, if it turns out that the sort of people being pulled over are demographically similar to the makeup of the area, then they have a good point. They don't actually do any profiling. But if indeed they show that some profiling has gone on, then perhaps we can address that at that time. And look, I have no doubt that this new law will impose new costs and new inconveniences on the cops. I freely admit that, and I think the sponsors would as well. The same sorts of inconveniences in some ways that those who are racially profiled have had to deal with throughout history and up until today. The benefits, though, to both the cops and to the people who interact with them on a daily basis, especially in big cities like LA, seems pretty clear to me, and we do not need to be afraid of a little extra information. And that's my final judgment.